Okay. Uh, by request by one of my subscribers, Fine Wine, I'm going to add to a video I did earlier. He said I should have looked in the comment sections, which I will. Now, originally I didn't. I said everything I need to do in the video, and that's all I need. But after fighting with these monsters in the comment section, I agree with him. Now, to add context, this young man was minding his business at the mall, was hitting on girls. And this police officer, as you can see by the pale skin, probably is a racist and didn't like this brown boy hitting on girls. And so what he did, he started accusing him of hitting on underage girls, which means he was going to mark him as a pedophile. He, young man, did everything in his power to be cooperative. The police officer escorted him outside where he could get him where wasn't a big crowd. And then he started asking these questions to see if he could search his bag. The young man refused, which is his right to do. And the police officer was making excuses for an illegal search. And this young man pulled his gun out because he knew what the police officer was up to. He knew that this police officer was going to use that gun. He had a gun in his bag as an excuse to put him behind bars, where he would then he would label him as a pedophile, and then this young man would be tortured there. That is what's going on. Okay, so that's the context of this video. Now, when we could look at all kinds of comments, but just this thread alone, Annie Nicole says it's right. It's very valid and smart and respectful thing to verify someone's age. The young man asked of the girls their age because we all know that a girl could look older than she is, right? So he's hitting on girls he believes is his own age, and he's just making sure to protect himself before hitting on them. I don't understand why the cop thinking that's weird, because me upset because he was obviously being responsible. Ugh. She doesn't understand because she's a girl. This young man, he understands exactly what was going on. This police officer is a racist tradcon, and he wants this guy destroyed. Now, I want you to look at some of these tradcons in here. This thread is filled with disgusting tradcons. Green tea is one of them. He said, are you all forgetting that the fact that he shot the cops with a gun that he stole? We don't know what his motives were by asking their age. Yes, we do. He's lying. He could have tried to kidnap someone. Right. This young man hitting on the girls were trying to kidnap someone. And in order to kidnap them, he had to find out how old they were. And he was drunk too. Now, I'll put this in the description box, and you guys will see this guy was not stumbling or slurring his words. So this guy's a bold-faced liar. And I want to show that green tea, these guys don't realize we can look at their icons and find out what they're about. So he's got a bunch of religious songs in here about white guys. So okay, so he's a racist religious tradcon. So that's a fact. Or I shouldn't say it's a fact, it's something I suspect. I better say that in preference. But it's a fact that he's lying, boldface. So it's a fact that he's out to get this young man. So the conclusion I'm drawing is that he's a racist tradcon. And by the way, there's no bigger warmongers than the religious. A Christian man is a warring man. It's all about destroying the other guy and taking his stuff. And of course, there's all kinds of other guys like Mr. Shrimp that lie outright. But I want to look at the guys. Of course, Green Tea fights like a dog because he wants this guy. Serious Scav. I want you to check out his channel. He tried to kill someone. Don't defend that, my lord. What is the world coming to? You must not know how the police work then. That's a bold statement. They said, yeah, drinking and hitting on girls. Wow, really strange. I never saw that. That's sarcasm. Anyway. So Serious Scav is to, does he not know that we could look at his channel? So here's his channel. Here's one of his videos. Master Keith beats up on the banished. Really? Okay. So Serious Scav has this channel. Oh, he's a shooter, right? So you look at it, he has a shooter, and he's got this picture of a black man crying. Why? Serious Scav, are you a black man yourself? I doubt it. He's into shooting games. Okay. I'll notice a lot of these guys that fight this are into shooting games, right?
ETA on the weapon.
So anyway, this is his shooting game. And like I said, he has a grunt, which is the weakest character in these games, in Halo game. And he put a picture of a crying black man on it. And then they celebrate. Okay, so this guy's just an out and out racist. I can actually say that about him. He's a tradcon racist. This guy's a tradcon, religious tradcon, and this guy's a racist tradcon. Good. So these are the type of guys that are into this. I want to show you another one. See if we can get down to him. Oh yeah, Canadian Blue Pants. So this scumbag has my country in his name, which I'm against. We forgetting the part where he had an open container, was intoxicated in public. He wasn't intoxicated in public, so he's bold-faced lying. Notice these guys don't mind bold-faced lying. This is his channel, Canadian Blue Pants. So he's into Minecraft. Cuckshed. In the Pro Male Collective channels, we don't allow words like cuck in the comment section, or at least we warn people, because this is an anti-male slur. All men pander to women. So when these guys call someone a cock, they're talking about something that guys have no control over anyway. So this is the cuck shed, right? So he's obviously, this is a bottom right video, so he's male hostile. So he's a tradcon. So notice this comic section's filled with tradcons that make up whatever they like. 19 was, so look at the Kang Aako. 19 was not that young. We all know that he was hiding something in his bag and happened to be a deadly weapon, which he chose to use upon the officer. 19 is a teenager. Yeah. Notice these guys. How's that not young? Notice these guys are just kids. This is all the same thing, by the way. If it's a teenage girl and she spreads her leg for an older guy, she's the kid. She's the minor. But if it's a teenage guy and he defends himself, he's an adult. And he should be sent to jail. That's how it works. And so I argue back and forth. I like how Marvin Gonzalez said he had no right to search him. That's why I voted that. He said he's right. He didn't. That police officer was going to do an illegal search on this young man. It was an excuse to throw him behind bars. And of course, they also claimed that he had a stolen gun. They said stolen. They never said he personally went and stole it. Yeah. So these guys are making up all this stuff to back the police from doing illegal, to attack this young man. And let me tell you something about these guys, these disgusting tradcons. They would shit their pants if they were in this young man's position. They would shit their pants because they know what was coming. They know, see this pale hand, this racist white cop was angry that this brown-skinned boy was hitting on girls at the mall, and he was going to arrest him for it. That's what was going on. And these lowlifes, these disgusting lowlifes, were celebrating that. So fine wine, this video is for you. You requested it. I'm making it. And here you are.